After 12 events, this is how the championship looks like. Dima Van Hal has 368 points. He vaulted over Kirk Jones after round number 12 at Road America. Riley McKee only 10 points behind, and Julia Ashcroft 15 points behind. Bruce Shelley, Gabriel Massena, Lucas Sweeney, and Thomas Tucker are still within 100 points from the leader, but they would need a lot of luck to be back into championship contention. Let's head to Mosport for event number 13 of 19. The 13th event of the season is here in Mosport, Canada, the second of the Canadian race, the third of the Canadian races of the season. As you see, Rance Brown took the pole position, but he already gets overwhelmed by Kirk Jones, and rounding out turn number 1, Kirk Jones already runs away with the lead. In the back of the field, Scott Overton, teammate to Kirk Jones, and Dan Robinson get together. As there goes by lap number 3, Rance Brown back into the first position as Bruce Shelley chasing down the number 23 of Kirk Jones. Kirk Jones trying to mount a comeback as they almost make it a 3 wide. Kirk Jones goes wide off the final corner, is gonna have to settle for the third position. As you can see, the number 77 of Sam Burkhardt gets tagged by the number 53 of Alec Hodges Jr. He goes around, as you see the field having to fan out around him. And right ahead of that, Andrew Caldwell, Rick Lewis, and Julia Ashcroft all get together. All three have a lot of damage. Caldwell and Ashcroft are done for the afternoon. As you see Andrew Towson fighting with Calista Blackburn. They get together. Big hit! Big hit for Calista Blackburn. Big hit for Andrew Towson. And then Lucas Sweeney barges in with the 65 of John Bufford. And then there's more contact as Wyndham Scott, Dan Robinson, Kristen Young, and Kevin Daly all get together. Very chaotic start here in Mosport. As you see, Patricia Stevens is gonna get tagged by Wyndham Scott, and she's gonna have a trip into the tire barrier, and she's gonna be done for the afternoon. That's the third incident the number 47 gets involved today. Riley Knight done for the afternoon with suspension problems. She ran over a curb and she hit the curb wrong and her day was over. Rance Brown by lap number 8 has opened a bit of a gap over the rest of the field. As now, as you see, Kirk Jones running behind Bruce Shelley. They make contact. Big hit for Bruce Shelley. Done for the afternoon. Kirk Jones gonna take his position. As Harriet Hunter and Mac Henley get together. Henley is off and Hunter hits the wall soon after. Rance Brown continues to lead as we hit lap number 12 of 30. And after this, the race would hit a lull. It would get really calm after that. As you see, we have a battle for the lead between Lynn Hodges and the 33 of Rance Brown. And there goes Lynn Hodges for the lead of the race. Lynn Hodges, new leader. She had a very good run in her debut, and she's having a very good run right now. If she wins, it will be certainly a big welcomed surprise in that 52 Cisco car. And by the time we hit the last 10 laps, she has a big lead over Kirk Jones, Thomas Tucker, Rance Brown. Then you see Connie Brooks, Gabriel Massena, and then Ed Linton, as Isabella Massena with only 3 laps to go gets spun around by the 26 of Connie Brooks and get hit by the 65 of John Bufford. Her afternoon comes to an end, but rounding out the final corner to take the win here in Mosport will be, rounding out the last turn, Lynn Hodges, a surprise winner here on race number 13. The runner-up is Kirk Jones, almost 4 seconds behind. Vito Vinci surprising everybody with a very good third place. Thomas Tucker dropped to 4th. Rance Brown dropped all the way to 5th. Gabriel Massena ran a very stealth bombing race into 6th place. Alice Gideon, very quiet, calm, calculated race, a very good 7th place. Alec Hodges, Riley McKee, and Konstantin Theodorakis close the top 10. Lead the field of the green here in Burlington is Kirk Jones in the number 23. He needs a very good result to retain the championship lead. As you see, Sam Burkhardt started right behind him and has a pretty good start so far. In the back of the field, big mess ensues. Judah Ashcroft, you see Isabella Massena in the back. Riley Knight, Dan Robinson, do we get contact? Big crash. Konstantin Theodorakis and the 88 of Andrew Towson get together, and Andrew Towson ends upside down, as you're gonna see there right in front of it. Vito Vinci dumped Julia Ashcroft into Wyndham Scott, and Julia Ashcroft got 2 wheels in the air. Spectacular start for the worst here in Burlington as Kirk Jones runs away with the lead, opens a big gap over Burkhardt. In the back of the field, Aaron Spencer and Mac Henley make contact. Both are done for the afternoon. Sam Burkhardt now running in 2nd place by lap number 8. He is quite a ways behind As you see, Rance Brown, Harriet Hunter, and Colette Legault make contact. Legault and Rance Brown into the gravel pit. And their race has, well, they started well. They're not finishing that well. Kirk Jones opens a big gap over second place. Dima Van Hall third place. Randy Tanner fourth place. Sam Burkhardt. As you see, the field spreading out very well up this first half of the race. As Vito Vinci and Riley Knight get together. Riley Knight gets dumped. Oh, how the luck for this girl never stays. With only 3 laps to go now, Kirk Jones 2 lap, Vito Vinci, they make contact, they make contact again, and Kirk Jones gonna try to dump the 19, and they make contact, and there goes Kirk Jones off the turn. With only 3 laps to go, leading all laps, Kirk Jones just dumped the lapped car. This is gonna put Randy Tanner in the lead, and he was like 10 seconds behind. He was a non-issue throughout this whole race. Let's go on board with Kirk Jones and try to understand the thinking process as he comes up on the 91. He is faster. He could have gone by. He doesn't go by. He refuses to go by. The 91 refuses to yield, but the responsibility is for Kirk Jones. He was faster. He could have gone through, and then he decides to dump the 91 for no apparent reason. He played himself. He played himself, lost the race, and the winner here in Burlington is gonna be lucking out Randy Tanner. And this is a big points loss for Kirk Jones, because guess who finished second? Dima Van Hall. Ellis Gideon closes the podium in third place. Kim Howard and Gabrielle Messina close the top 5. Kalista Blackburn, very good there in 6th. Jones would finish in 7th, but that would decrease the championship lead. Dima Van Hall is 56 points behind. It is a lot, but Dima Van Hall is catching. If he gets good results, that lead could go to waste. Only 5 events remain in the season. Leading the field to the green here in Watkins Glen, her home turf, is Julia Ashcroft in the 99 Marlisle Leonard. And Roland Caldwell starts right alongside her in second, but coming out of the turn number 1, Julia Ashcroft already has very good good car length on the number 60 and saves the lead, as Caldwell's gonna have to chase her down. Very good start for Bovine there. He's running in the top 5, but he's starting to fall behind as Riley McKee takes the 3rd position in the back of the field. There you have contact on lap number 7. Kristen Young, Kalista Blackburn, Kim Howard all get together, big contact, and Kristen Young's race is gonna come to an abrupt halt. Julia Ashcroft leads the way as Andrelyn Caldwell hits the tire barrier, scrapes that car up, and here comes Riley McKee to put it alongside her. And there goes Riley McKee for the 2nd position on lap number 10. As you see, he clears the number 60 of Andrelyn Caldwell, makes it through. As you are looking at Bovine, the tire blows, and the number 24 gets tagged into the wall, and oh my god, big crash! A big crash by Bovine, a enormous wreck. As you're gonna see there, the tire blew up in the 24. He lost control, hit the guardrail, bounced back into the 33 of Rance Brown. That car did 1 full flip, then during the 2nd flip dug the tires in the air and did at least 3 more flips. It was a miracle he was able to climb out of that car with assistance, but the race was red flagged as we had to do repairs to the fencing, and we had to help extract Bovine out of the car while he was awake, alert, and moving. The medical crew of the Watkins Glen International and AmeriCar decided it was best for him to be sent to a medical facility nearby. He was discharged a couple days later, but it was a very big crash. As you can see, after that I pretty much lost track. As you see, Julia Ashcroft blows up on lap 15 soon after losing the lead to Riley McKee, as Andrelyn Caldwell took 2nd place. But back to the Bovine situation. He was discharged. He was just kept on observation to make sure he had no other underlying injuries resulting from the crash, which is a miracle he hadn't. But rounding out the final corner in the business end of the field after a very calm late stage of the race, Riley McKee will take the win here in Watkins Glen. 2nd place will be Andrelyn Caldwell. 3rd place, Dima Van Hall, a result he needs a lot. A very good result for Dima Van Hall. Gabrielle Messina, 4th place. Scott Overton, 5th. Riley Knight, another lucky day, 6th place. Konstantin Theodorakis, a miracle result for Laser Motorsports, as Kirk Jones, Isabella Messina, and Mac Henley close the top 10. Leading the field of the green here in Lime Rock Park is Harriet Hunter, a surprise pole position winner for this 50-lap race. Alongside her is Thomas Tucker, a guy that needs a big points haul to be back into championship contention. Right behind them is Rick Lewis, Gabriel Macena, and Sam Burkhardt. Another very good qualifying effort by the 7017. In the back of the field, Dima Van Hall, this is not what he needed at all. He goes off in turn number 1 and loses a bunch of positions. Riley Knight's luck continues to face through her as she wrecks out in lap number 1. Lap number 2, McHenley hits the wall, gets struck by his teammate Connie Brooks, and then by Lucas Sweeney. His race goes backwards very early. And on lap number 3, Harriet Hunter goes off, almost hits the wall. There goes Rick Lewis for the first position, and Thomas Tucker trying to go for the second. As in the back of the field, lap number 7, Riley McKee goes off, hits the wall. We couldn't see there, we just see his car in the tire barrier, buried deep inside. We're gonna try to check the replay. As you see, he simply goes off and hits the tire barrier. He's done for the afternoon, a result he did not need to happen. Sam Burkhardt into the tire barrier, a lot of damage. He is gonna be done, and he was having a very good run in 3rd place. And as you can see, there goes Thomas Tucker on the inside of Rick Lewis. Takes the lead of the race, and Harriet Hunter on lap 19 hits the tire barrier. Big crash for the number 10. Harriet Hunter's run just went backwards in a hurry. Thomas Tucker leads the way with a big gap over Rick Lewis, running in 2nd. And then 3rd place is Nigella Ashcroft. She has a bit of damage. She ain't 3rd place. 3rd place is Andrea Lynn Caldwell, followed by Vito Vinci, having a very good run out there. And then Dan Robinson running in the top 5 with Gabriel Macena in 6th. And the rear of the field, 14th place is Dima Van Hall, 10th place is Kirk Jones. Neither is making a big points haul, but Kirk Jones is keeping the distance over Dima Van Hall. However, Dima Van Hall is trying to get as much points as he possibly can get. With 5 laps to go, Thomas Tucker running away with the lead, making this look really easy. With 2nd place being Rick Lewis, Andrea Lynn Caldwell running in 3rd. It's a very solid result for the 60 team. It took a while for them to get into the hang of AmeriCar, and after they did it, they just started going as Kirk Jones goes off, gets into the number 22 of Dan Robinson, and bolts into the tire barrier, and Kirk Jones is done. Your championship leader is done, and this could have big championship implications, as rounding out the final corner to take the win here in Lime Rock Park will be Thomas Tucker with a huge gap over 2nd place Rick Lewis. 3rd place is Andrea Lynn Caldwell, Vito Vinci 4th place, Gabriel Macena 5th, Rance Brown 6th, Bruce Shelley finally gets a good result there in 7th, Patricia Stevenson, Ed Linton, a very good result for the 12 team, and Ellis Gideon closed the top 10 as Kirk Jones loses a lot of points to Dima Van Hall and Riley McKee, who are now just 28 and 29 points behind. Everything could change. Gabriel Macena trying to catch up, 62 points behind, and Thomas Tucker, 88 points behind, could still catch and could still become a contender. Leading the field to the green here in Cape Cod, Massachusetts is Gabriel Macena for this 27-lap race. Right alongside him is Colette Legault, a very good qualifying effort for the Lenard driver. Actually, a very good qualifying for Lenard in general. In the first 3 rows, they have 3 cars, and the other 3 cars are they actually have 4 cars, and the other 2 cars are SARS. And as you see, Dima Van Hall, one of those 2 SARS, does not have a very good start and drops behind Thomas Tucker. As you see, Konstantin Theodorakis goes off, hits the 0 for Sarah Pascal, and then the 8 of Lucas Sweeney, and the race for Sweeney already goes downhill as we have more contact with Harriet Hunter and Rick Lewis getting together, and you're gonna see how it happened. Mark of the Beast touched the number 10 of Harriet Hunter right in front of Ed Lindsay, and it all went downhill from there. Gabriel Macena by lap number 3 leads the way. He has a not a very long lead, but a very healthy lead. It's something that he can manage. As Colette Legault is fighting, she's preoccupied fighting Dima Van Hall. Van Hall is trying to take the championship lead from Kirk Jones. He's only 28 points behind, and the guy behind him, Thomas Tucker, is only 29 points behind. So both can capitalize a lot if they finish this race well. Colette Legault also wants to get a very good points haul. She wants to get her name out there, which is very important because she got that big win early on in the season at Cleveland, and she has shown enough promise that if a sponsor comes around, she might have a very stable ride for years to come. as Kirk Jones running there behind Isabella Macena, 14th place, as Riley McKee running in 10th place. He's trying to catch up but can't quite do it. By the time we hit the halfway point, it's Gabriel Macena, Dima Van Hall, Thomas Tucker, 1, 2, 3, Colette Legault, Ben Atkins, who's going to run the TM Master Cup Series race at this very same track, in 5th place, as you see the rest of the field pour by. Lap number 18, only 10 laps to go. Macena continues to lead, Dima Van Hall in 2nd, Tucker in 3rd. The order has stayed like that for the last 5 or so laps. Macena running pretty well, having a very solid race, but he's slowing down. He's going into the pits. There's a puncture on the 71. Macena's done. Macena's run as the leader is done. He's gonna fall way behind the pack, as Dima Van Hall's gonna take the lead with Thomas Tucker right in his tail, and we only have 10 laps to go. Thomas Tucker tries to make a move, can't quite get it done. He's gonna maybe try it again, looks like he might, as they're coming to lap the number 61 on Constantine Theodorakis. And as you see, Van Hall continues to lead as they take the white flag. Thomas Tucker has been behind him, hounding him like that for the last 10 laps pretty much. Tucker trying to make the move, can't quite get it. Ben Atkins now up there in 3rd, has passed Colette Legault, and here goes Ben Atkins as 3rd place, trying to go for the lead. Thomas Tucker and Dima Van Hall coming to the final set of corners. Van Hall retains the lead coming out of the turn. Thomas Tucker brings some speed. You see the pit entrance. Ben Atkins following them right behind. Final corner. Is that gonna be enough? Van Hall leads Tucker. Tucker has a very good exit. He is catching. He's gonna try something before the line. Is it gonna happen? He tries the move, but it's not gonna be enough. Dima Van Hall barely hangs on. And Dima Van Hall takes the win as Thomas Tucker overtakes him right after the line. If this race had one more lap, it would have been Tucker's race. Ben Atkins finishes in 2nd, all within 1 second. Riley McKee 8 seconds behind. Josh Hopkins 5th place. Colette Legault 6th. Dan Robinson 7th. Calista Blackburn 8th. Julia Ashcroft 9th. And Kirk Jones, not the points haul he wanted. He needed more points to retain the lead. This is going to make it very hard for him to hang on to the 1st position. There are only 2 races remaining in the championship, and Dima Van Hall gets exactly what he needed, the pole position. Alongside him is Julia Ashcroft and Thomas Tucker. And Thomas Tucker and Julia Ashcroft already tried 3 wide. Thomas Tucker tries to take the lead. Thomas Tucker needs those points as well as Van Hall. But Van Hall clears the number 9 of the 33 and takes the 1st position and runs away with it. In the back of the field, lap number 1, Calista Blackburn, Patricia Stevenson, Kristen Young. Big contact. Riley Knight is involved. Connie Brooks has a lot of damage. We're gonna go on board with Alice Gideon. There's contact between the 10, the 60, the 17. Everyone goes around on lap number 2. Rick Lewis and Gabriel Macena. Big crash! Big crash in the back of the field. Big crash for Gabriel Macena and Rick Lewis. We're gonna take a second look at that. The 85 just... oh my god, that was a heavy hit for the 71 car. Gabriel Macena would climb out of that car with some difficulty, but from what we know, he was okay, and he was able to run the final race of the year, but it was a very heavy hit, as you're gonna follow Rick Lewis again. A big hit for Gabriel Macena, a big hit for the 85 Rick Lewis, a big hit for the 71 Leonard. But in the front of the field, Dima Van Hall runs away with Rance Brown in 2nd place, Thomas Tucker in 3rd, Mac Henley in 4th. Thomas Tucker and Dima Van Hall need this result. Dima Van Hall less than Tucker. Dima Van Hall could retire and he would still be under championship contention. That's Connie Brooks into the back of the number 19. What the hell was that? On lap number 15 out of 40, Van Hall is lapping the 26, and until then it's fine and dandy. And then Connie Brooks just refuses to turn. I don't know if her car ran out of cornering speed, or she just ran out of talent, but this happened. But this doesn't make Van Hall break his pace. He leads the way, continues to hang on for the lead as we go past the halfway point, and with only 10 laps to go, you see Kirk Jones running up there in 2nd place. He climbed ever so slowly, and there goes the number 13 of Mac Henley on the inside of the 23, trying to take the 2nd position. And it looks like it will be the case as Mac Henley comes with only 2 laps to go side by side to take the 2nd position. Here comes the 13 with the edge on the outside of the 1st turn, and there goes Mac Henley for 2nd place as we approach the finish of this race. This is the result Thomas Tucker did not want because he needed more points, and Kirk Jones also needed more points. Dima Van Hall's gonna bank a lot as we are coming to the final lap, coming to the final corner. Dima Van Hal is pretty much unchallenged and will lead all laps en route to a win here in Colorado. Second place will be Mac Hanley, only half a second behind. Kirk Jones in third, Sam Burkhardt fourth, Kim Howard fifth. Thomas Tucker lost a lot of positions late in the run. This is not what he needed. He finished with only 30 points. Judah Ashcroft 7th place, Ed Lindsay 8th place in another foray, as Riley McKee and Isabella Macena closed the top 10. Coming into the final round, only 3 drivers can challenge for the title. Dima Van Hal has vaulted over Kirk Jones and opened a big gap with those last 2 wins, as he opens 38 points. Kirk Jones absolutely needs Van Hal to fail to finish, and McKee needs both Jones and Van Hal to fail to finish, and he needs to win to steal the title from Van Hal. Let's go to the championship race. The final round of the year is finally upon us, the championship race in the Golden State Motorsports Park in Santa Clara, California. Making his return to the series after that enormous crash at Watkins Glen is Bovine. He gets the 2nd place, so what a way to come back. Kristen Young got the pole position and already run away with the 1st position, with her teammate and team owner Bruce Shelley running in 2nd place. Championship leader Dima Van Hal just needs to finish where he is, or even better, just finish just outside of the top 10. That would suffice for him to be champion. Right behind him, you can see the 9 and the 23, Kirk Jones and Thomas Tucker. They absolutely depend on the 19 wrecking on his own for them to have a shot at the title. By lap number 4, Kristen Young will not be able to hold the lead. Here comes Connie Brooks on the inside. She has the preferred line. They are side by side, with Mac Hanley in 3rd place. Right behind them, Bovine has fallen to 4th place, under threat of falling to 5th, as Connie Brooks and Kristen Young continue to run side by side across this very sweeping corner. And exiting the corner, they're still side by side. They don't give up on the fight. The green and the red and black cars are running together, and there goes Kristen Young, finally winning the fight and taking the lead of the race. But it was a very long and hard fight in the back of the field. Konstantin Theodorakis spins around, and there's not going to be space for Sam Burkhardt to avoid. Sam Burkhardt hits the 61. Riley Knight almost hit the 61. And the race for Sam Burkhardt just goes downhill at lap number 6. Something that he really did not need to end his season. But in the front of the field, battle for 5th place between Thomas Tucker and Kirk Jones. Battle for 4th place between Thomas Tucker and Kirk Jones. Dima Van Hal following them very closely behind. If that stands, he continues as the championship leader and wins the title. But I don't think he would just want to settle down, but it looks like he might. It's lap number 8. He's settling down into the 6th position, but soon after, he'd start catching up the 23 and the 9 as they are catching the 13 of Mac Hanley. They can't go through Mac Hanley very easily, so they're resorting to fighting themselves. Kirk Jones is trying to make a move on the number 9 of Thomas Tucker. The championship contenders all running together as Mac Hanley continues to hang on for dear life to the 3rd position, and he's not in a situation where he should be holding that much on, and he wouldn't be able to hang on. There goes Thomas Tucker for the 3rd spot, Kirk Jones for the 4th spot, and Dima Van Hal was holding back a bit. He could have took the 5th spot, but took a while, took his sweet time to do so. As Thomas Tucker is still on a roll, going after the 2nd position of Kristen Young as we hit lap number 23, lap 13. 10 laps to go in this 22-lap race. There goes Thomas Tucker for the 2nd position. We have a 3 wide between Kirk Jones, Dima Van Hal, and Kristen Young for the 3rd position. There goes Kirk Jones on the inside. He might be able to make the move work, and we are getting into the late stages of this race, and those 3 championship contenders are all over each other. And here comes Thomas Tucker with Kirk Jones in tow. They're right behind Connie Brooks. Tucker's gonna try to get at least 1 win before the end of the season. The championship hopes for him are very, very slim. So getting a win would basically just be a very nice way to cap off the year. As Thomas Tucker now on the inside of the 26 of Connie Brooks. This is lap 14 of 22 to 26. He's gonna have to yield. There goes Thomas Tucker taking the lead, clearing Connie Brooks, and he's gonna be the leader of the race as we hit the late stages of this running. 4 laps to go, and Tucker leads, and he has opened a very healthy gap over the 26 of Connie Brooks, who is fighting with the 19 of Dima Van Hal, who just overtook Kirk Jones. Kirk Jones is falling behind the 19 and rounding out the final corner after a grueling 22 lap race. Here comes Thomas Tucker, followed by Connie Brooks and followed by Kirk Jones, who just passed Dima Van Hal coming to the white flag. Rounding out the final corner to take the win of the final race of the year will be Thomas Tucker. With Connie Brooks in second, Kirk Jones in third, Dima Van Hal in fourth, Riley McKee 10 seconds behind in fifth, Kristen Young in 6th place. She just started falling apart. Wyndham Scott finally gets one good result, and that's in the 47 car, 7th place. Gabrielle Massena, after that enormous crash at Colorado, finishes in 8th place. Julia Ashcroft caps off her season with a 9th place, and Mac Henley closes the top 10 after just falling apart in the final laps. As you take a second look at the final race results, you can see all title contenders finished very close to each other. Thomas Tucker finished in 1st, Kirk Jones in 3rd, Dima Van Hal in 4th. With those points hauls, this means Dima Van Hal will win the title. You can see the difference he kept was good enough to win it. He had 5 wins, the last 2 came in the last 3 races. That late season rally was more than enough to guarantee him the title. He becomes the first Danish to win the AmeriCar title over 2 Canadians, as Kirk Jones takes 2nd and Riley McKee, despite finishing behind race winner Thomas Tucker, gets the 4th position. Gabrielle Massena will finish in the 5th position. Julia Ashcroft will be 6th. Bruce Shelley finishes in 7th place, a very good season for his team, his self-owned operation, as Mac Henley ends in 8th together with his teammate Connie Brooks. And Lucas Sweeney, despite the bad luck no quarter racings had throughout the whole season, was able to rally back to 10th place. With this, we cap off the 2019 season for the AmeriCar Championship Road Racing Series Season Review Series. I thank you for following us throughout this trip through America. For the Primetime Sports Network, I am Eric Barnes, and I will see you in 2020.